What's happening, y'all? 2P Racing here. I'm gonna try to jack the car up today, and the front end of it. Well, we're not gonna try to. We are gonna jack it up, and we are going to test the steering box before I go out and buy one. Which I got a notification, and got 13% off of a new steering box right now, which originally they're $805, and this one I think it's down to $770. So I mean, it's still expensive. Free shipping. So when you think about it, I'd rather pay $770 than $805. But we are going to jack the car up, and we're going to just test. What we're going to do is we are going to see how many turns of the steering wheel it takes from one side to the other. Lock to lock, they call it, and that will tell us the ratio of the gearbox, the steering box. Sounds like I need some oil on the old jack, but I do. That's rough, but I'll be honest with you. Oh, this is the one that's set in the trailer all year, or all winter. The other one, I think, what's going on here? The other one, I think, set outside pretty much all year, or all winter. Okay. So, when I jack it up, I guess I'm going to assume, because I've never done this before, but I think it's right, that you jack it up, you take the steering wheel, and you go all the way to one side, and then you count how many turns of the steering wheel it takes to go to the other side. And that will give you your lock-to-lock ratio. Then I can look it up and see what ratio the steering box is. From my research, my understanding is two turns is an 8-to-1 steering box. What I think I have should be like 3.5 turns, or 3 3/4 turns. That should be, or that would be like an 18-to-1, which is no good. So I don't know what a 6-to-1 is. That would probably be like, I don't know, 1 3/4. I'm not really too sure. But we are going to do our best to find out. Okay, that one's off the ground. I need to air up the tires again too. Okay, that one's off the ground. All right, let's see if we get the steering wheel on and just see what we got. This stuff here is all new to me. Just learning as I go, learning what I can on the old internet here. Okay, so that's all the way over. Now, if I can find something, I know what I can use. Use a little piece of this, what I took off yesterday of the car. Maybe. Kind of mark where our steering shaft is, or or steering wheel. So I'm going to put that right there in the middle. See if it'll stick. Okay, now we're going to count. So that's as far as the wheels go this way. So there is a half a turn. There's one turn. There's a half a turn. There is 2 turns. Huh. Am I doing this right? I don't know. So that took 2 turns. If that took 2 turns, that means my steering box is right on this car. That means it would be an 8-to-1 steering box. And that's not, so I was hoping that was my problem. Looks like I have to keep trying to figure out what my problem was last year. If that's the right case. I mean, I don't know. So it's locked right there. It's as far as it can go. So once again, there's the sticker. That's one straight. One more, and it's locked. Huh. So, what I can do is I can drop the car down. This car, Iowa car, it has this steering box on it. I think that is a 12-to-1. Or it could be a 16-to-1. But, this car has a 2-to-1 quickener on it. This car does not have a quickener anywhere on it. So what I'm going to do, before I drop this dude down, try to get the old, going to air up the tires real quick. Maybe. And we'll get this other car jacked up, and we'll do the same test on it and see what we come up with. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back with the Iowa car. We're going to set the sticker right there in the middle. Wait a minute here. So, I'm going to go lock to lock. So I'm going to go all the way over this way. Now this steering seems faster already than the other car. But, okay, so this sticker here is about wore out already. Let's see here. Okay, well, we're going to use this as a reference. That's almost straight up and down. So, we've got, there's one. Holy crap, look at that. That is like one. So this one here was one straight up and down. So that's like 1 and like a little over a quarter. Look at that. Look how far those turn. Woo! So let's try this. Let's show this one more time. Okay, so that's all the way over. This one's pretty much straight up and down. Okay. That's a half. That's one turn. And then boom, that's it. There it is. I'm going to say that's like 1 1/4 turn, just a little over. So this one is 2 turns, and this is 1 1/4 turn. And that turns a lot. Like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that thing has some, like, that has some steerage. Holy cow. Let's see if it hits anything. If it's, no, we're not hitting nothing over here. Usually they hit this back frame rail. Nope, it's clear. But if I'm turning the wheels that far, something's wrong. All right, well, looks like maybe I might get a 6-to-1 steering box because I like the cars the same as much as I can. That way they kind of feel the same. We can try to set the cars up pretty much close. That way when I get in, you know, a different car, because this car's a Super Street, different class than what this car is. I'm going to try to load them both up, take them both, if they race both of them, and do some double racing. Number one, that will give me more experience. And number two, that should gain me a little bit more money overall. Yes, I'll have double the expenses, I understand that. But this is a hobby. I'm not looking for, you know, I'm looking to recoup as much as I can. Let's just say I win a feature with this car one night. It's $800. If I win a feature with this car, it's $500. Let's just say perfect night, 2 for 2. I mean, that's $1,300. Yes, I'd have double expenses, but I'm only going 45 miles. 90 miles round trip. I would probably say if I took both cars, I'd have $300 in a night total. That's with fuel. As long as I don't break anything, that's getting there and back, pit passes, everything. $1,000 on a weekend, that's making money. So it's not too bad. But that's just some quick math. And it'll probably never happen. Who knows? I might get lucky. I don't know. I might actually learn how to drive these things one time. But I'm going to cut this video off, and I'm going to try to do some research real quick. And I'll come back with my findings on what steering ratio is what I got. If it is an 8-to-1, and I want to put a 6-to-1, I have a guy that is willing to buy this one right now. So I just have to get him down here so he can verify what it is and go from there. But a 6-to-1 steering box is almost like, I think it's just a little bit more than what the 8-to-1 box is. So it'd be a good investment, I think. But all right, guys, I'm going to cut it off, and I'll be back with my findings. All right, back with the final update on this daggone steering box issue. So, I have found out that this car here has a 12-to-1 steering box with a 2-to-1 quickener, which makes it a 6-to-1. It's 1.5 turns to lock. This car, it's 2 turns lock to lock, and it is an 8.1 box. My old car was a 12.1 box with a 2-to-1 quickener, which made it 6-to-1. So, even though it's only a half a steering wheel difference, I think that contributed to a little bit of my issues last year with the way the car felt and handled. and that's why it was so different for me. It doesn't sound like it much, but when you got to go a quarter more turn than what you're used to on the steering wheel, I was hitting my leg trying to turn the car, and that just wasn't happening because the guy that I bought this off of, he's a little bit smaller than me. He's a couple inches shorter than me. I had to move the pedals and everything, so I got to do some adjustments on that. But so today's recap is I do have an 8.1 box on Super Street, a 6-to-1 ratio on the street stock, and we will get started on some more projects tomorrow. I went to the store, got some wood. I got to build a frame for the electrical box for the shop. Right now I'm just running off of an extension cord. I'd like to get the electrical box up and going as soon as I can. I got a scissor lift that needs rebuilt. I need some parts for it, so I'm going to figure out what parts I need on it, and we'll rebuild that together and try to get it up and running. No, it's not a 2-post lift, but it is a scissor lift, and it's portable, so it'll come in handy. So until tomorrow, we'll see what we can accomplish tomorrow together. You guys have a good night.